guys, it's Chrissie with Chrissie's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for Easter. Oh yeah. Wow, somebody might be taking action here, or they're meant to. It was in reverse, so they're supposed to be taking action, but they're not. My cards are flying all over the place, so maybe something's kind of chaotic at this point right now. Let's do the Celtic Cross. What is the moon sign? Or no, let's do the sun sign first. Self. Going forward. So, knowing that there's a road to go down, but maybe not going down it just yet. Let's see. Going forward. So, possibly somebody is deciding to, or has made a decision to. What's the moon sign? Solitude. Okay, so somebody might be healing, I'm feeling, with that. Being on their own, maybe going fishing, just to, you know, just to get away, get outside, be in the wilderness. Wow, that's a nice card. I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty. And, yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's look at the rising sign. This is how others view you. Patient, that you're a very patient person. Okay. Mercury, what is it, people, or how you think? This is how you think. Wow. Relaxation, okay. And action. So you might be someone that likes to just relax on your time off and maybe being even spontaneous here. This is how you think. So even if you're relaxed, you get called to action, I feel like you just go for it. What's the Chiron? How you heal. Okay, so you heal in the open, you're focused, and you gain your wisdom. So you might be very open-hearted or open to listening to others, or spirit even. I'm feeling spirit because it is in the sky here. Openness. So you might be open to spirit. You get focused on what you need to do for wisdom, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So let's look at your Venus, how you love. Let's see how you love here. Wow, you love with the love card. Look at that. That's the love card. Isn't that pretty? So you really love hard, I'm feeling, and you might be even romantic with all these flowers here. You might pick flowers for your person, or they pick flowers for you. You like having flowers either way. So let's see. And you're flexible when it comes to things, when it comes to love. So let's look at the Mars. How do you deal with life? Opportunities. So you look for your opportunities. That's beautiful. So let's get another card with that. And stillness. So you might actually take the time to mull over what you want to do, and maybe even look at what opportunities. You might have to be on your own to figure that out, or to deal with that. What is your self-love, your series, sorry, delight? Okay, so that's cool. I mean, you delight in giving yourself love. So you may really enjoy having your alone time, and maybe you have salt baths, or you take the time out and maybe lay down on the grass and watch the birds, and you take the time. I feel like you're taking the time for solitude, and you really enjoy your self-love, that you give yourself the time you need to maybe deal with things or purge things in order to move forward. So let's look at your luck, your Jupiter. What do you got for Jupiter? Oh, you're in the flow. So luck might be flowing to you at this point here. You might be unexpected with the moon here. So what's the Saturn here? What's your Saturn for the collective for Easter? What is your Saturn here? Okay, blessings. Wow, this is your discipline, okay, your responsibilities. And I feel like you may even be on your path, or you might be doing work for spirit here. And when you do that, you're committed to spirit. I mean, a lot of people give up on it and it's too hard. I don't want to do this anymore. And they just start living their life and they forget all about spirit and they just do whatever they're doing. And I feel like your blessings are coming in because you've kept going with this. What is your Neptune? Oh, you have courage. And when it comes to your imagination, you may go for it. You might get an idea and just do it. I kind of feel like it can be kind of, people may not be able to see your vision. You might be able to look at something and go, yeah, I can make something out of those few things, and watch this, I can make this. And you have the courage just to go forward. I feel like with your imagination to do the ideas you really want to do. I feel like you might be, you could invent something or get an idea and just go with it, and it turns out beautiful, like how you take trash and you make it into something awesome, a form of art. Let's see, what was your next one? Uranus. You change when it comes to your uniqueness. So you're able to adapt, I'm feeling like, with the change there. It's like, oh, and then we have healing chaos. Cool. So you can change how things go for you. This is how unique you are. You can change and heal any chaos that comes your way. That's fairly unique. Not a lot of people can do that. They just dwell in the chaos and woe is me, but I feel like you change that vibration and figure out what to do for the positive. You find the solution instead of dwelling in the problem. Okay, so what's the palace, the relationship here? What's the relationship for the collective? Whoop. Oh, wow. Okay. It's all that, is it? Well, you have potential when it comes to relationships, or you see people's potential. But be careful. When you see somebody's potential, they may not see their own potential. And you may go with what could be instead of what really is, okay? And you could be waiting for that what could be for a very long time. It may never happen. You could waste your whole life thinking that this person's going to become something more than they really are. So look at what is, not what definitely could be. So that might be something that needs to be worked on here. I'm going to get another one for relationships. Inner peace. Haha. I like that because there is that potential, and there's two fish on here. So that kind of tells me that this is somebody that's going to be in sync with you when it comes to your relationship. You're both going to have that inner peace. There's not going to be a whole bunch of chaos. There's not going to be a bunch of bullshit. It's going to be something that's healed and mature, I want to say. I want to say that it's, you're not going to be scrapping back and forth over stupid shit. There's going to be some really a lot of work done to get to that calm and beautiful state where you're in it to win it, and whatever you win at, the other person gains, and vice versa. It's not a competition between the two of you. You're both on the same page and you're both willing to give to this relationship. Okay, I added a few. So fortune, what's your wealth and abundance here? Fulfillment, you're going to get fulfilled. Your blessings, I feel, are going to be fulfilled here. You're going to feel very fulfilled with all this fortune that comes in for you. That's your wealth and abundance. Can I get another card for fulfillment, please? Woo, just about threw it on the floor again. Taking risks, awesome, because that, being able to take a risk and on yourself, you know, taking that risk on yourself, knowing that you are going to be in it to win it, and that is what's going to happen here. It's going to be fulfilled. So there's no real risk then if you already know that you're going to succeed, right? So let's look at your Juno, which is your influence. Forgiveness. So people that influence you, you may be able to forgive anything that happens. I feel like, let's get another card with that, with the forgiveness, before I say too much. Another card with the forgiveness, please. For the influence. You might be able to forgive easily. I feel like you look at people as if they are your equal, and that you're not better than them or they're better than you, where some people look at others and think, oh, I'm so much better because I have more money and all this other crap. But I feel like you look at people like they are your equal, even if they're less than, and I feel like you might even fight for those people that have less than, and those people that feel like they are better, I feel like you fight for the people that they pick on. And, for the underdog, I feel like you might be someone that kind of says, well, hey, shut up, and kind of fights for that person, or is able to out-talk these other people into, well, what about you? Look at this or that. You're able to point things out. You're maybe even very intuitive, I want to say. Wow, okay, well, that's a lot. Okay, I'm seeing power and security here. So, influencing. So, I feel like people in power might be able to influence you, and it may even be that you have your own power and you feel fairly secure about who you are. And you're able to forgive people that influence, people that influence you, or you influence other people. I feel like people see you as secure and powerful and forgiving. I feel like you're a very decent person here. What's your Vesta, your potential here? What's your Vesta and your potential? Stand still. Okay. So you're a thinker. Because we also had that stillness. I feel like for your opportunities, and I feel like you really think about what you want to do. That was when you dealt with life, and I feel like with your potential here, you actually take a lot in just by watching others, and you get a sense, you might even, this is kind of coming to me, you might even have that emotional intuition where you can kind of pick up on what people are feeling. You might be able to tell whether they like someone or not. You can really see if somebody's getting a hard time and people are looking at each other, given those cues of, making fun of somebody, and this other person might be oblivious to what's going on. So I feel like you just have a sense of being still, and this could be a good potential for you, where you take things in. You're a thinker. I feel like you take the time to think things through, especially when it comes to abundance. Hello. Anything that's going to make you money, I feel like you really take notice. What's your South Node, your past life? Ooh, purity. Maybe you were a priest or a nun in your past life. You're very pure at heart. Okay, I see leadership here, but it's way too many, so you may have been somebody that really led the rest, and you're very pure at heart, I feel like. You're very, yeah, it's beautiful. These cards are just wonderful. Look at the purity and that leadership. And I feel like people looked up to you. Saw you as, I almost want to say a saint, or do you know what I mean? Like somebody that was very influential, somebody that was really powerful, people really looked up to. Let's see, what's your midheaven? What was your career? What was your career? Gateway, wow. So you may have been able to connect with spirit, maybe even psychically, maybe even to be able to give answers to people that really made sense. And it was because you were able to connect with spirit, I feel like. And I like that nun part, or that, monk or priest. I don't know, something like that is coming through for me here. And that was for your past life. So you had a gateway in your midheaven, and that, I feel like that's kind of like with spirit, that psychic connection here. Yeah. Illumination and purification. And I feel like you were able to purge whatever. I feel like I keep getting this confess. Confess your sins. So perhaps you listened to other people's sins, like you sat in the box and listened to them confess their sins. Wow, this is yeah, you might have that gateway with spirit, and I feel like you were illuminated, like you were woken up, like that light clicking on, and all of a sudden it's a whole different ball game. You're seeing things differently. You're seeing yourself differently. You're healing yourself. You're doing all these things, and maybe even in service for spirit here with that gateway. So what's your hidden emotions with your Lilith? Whoa. Hidden emotions. You want to travel with voyage. So that could have been something that nobody knew about you. Maybe you were in a convent in your past life, and that was something you really didn't want to be stuck. You wanted to see the world. And I feel like this time around, you may have that bug to travel, that travel bug, you know, always wanting to see the next thing or see things. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope you understand, where you may, in your past life, you may have been quite kind of put in a box where you weren't able to see the world, and I feel like that was something that was a regret. I'm feeling like a regret. I wish I had done this more. And I feel like this time around, this lifetime, you're looking at things differently. Maybe you travel quite a bit. Maybe you travel for work. What's your North Node here for your life now, your current life? What's your current life, your North Node right now? Current life, North Node right now, please. Wow, that's quite a bit, but it's a bit of a story, so let's go with it. Oh, well, you're very diligent. You have freedom and pleasure. Okay, maybe you're single. And I feel like this might be a whole different turnaround. When it comes to pleasure, well, you might actually be more of a person that wants to be in a relationship before you give it up. And I mean in a sexual way, like you're not willing to have sex until you're in a relationship. You might be somebody that's celibate, and I feel like you have a lot of freedom, maybe even with traveling for work, but you're very diligent when you travel. You might, and with this bird here, I feel like it's like a plane here. You may fly quite often, and you may have the freedom to do that because you may not have anyone in your life right now. So this might be somebody that is looking for love. Maybe that is something they're looking for here. And I mean, you're very, with the love and the flexibility, I feel like somebody's got to be very flexible about how you work. That you might not be home for a while, you might be out doing your work or whatever, you might have to fly often and travel. And I feel like that takes a certain type of person that doesn't mind being on their own, who's still going to love you and trust you to go to all these different places, maybe even want to go with you on your journeys sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take a certain type of love to really be someone that you're going to be able to be with and have that okay that you're not around much. You know what I'm saying? So what is the transformation on the bottom of the deck here? The Pluto. New beginnings. Didn't I say it was going to take a new type of love here, or a certain type of love? So you may be looking for that new beginning in love, I feel, because we were talking about love and being flexible. So I really do feel like you may be somebody that's single. Maybe you have pleasure, your freedom to do that because you might be single. I feel like I'm almost talking to a masculine here that does all these things. So, but with the new beginnings, I feel like you may have saw somebody that you might like, or there's got to be somebody that's coming in for you. Because with the new beginnings there, I feel like you're going to find that love. This love part keeps coming in for me. So if that's the case, let's get the romance angels. I love that. And see what comes up for you. Let's get 9 cards here. We have separation, so it's possible you're separated right now. You're not with somebody. Maybe that's with this freedom and stuff. Maybe you were married, or maybe you were with somebody common law. Maybe they don't like that you're away all the time, and that might be why you're separating. There's romantic feelings here, though, for a certain person, and you might be willing to explore that. Could be that new beginning. Let your friends help you. So maybe you look to your friends for advice, or there's somebody that you talk to that you really trust here, and they might be able to help you out in some way here. But be careful with friends. I know sometimes friends may act like they're really great friends, but secretly they may be jealous of what you have, or want to be you, or you know what I mean? So it's important to take a look around you and take notice of things around you, the people around you. Soulmate. So somebody is coming in for you. I'm not so sure this is the person you separated. I feel like this might be your new beginning, the soulmate here. Let's see here. Can I get a few more cards? Thank you. Love yourself first, and I feel like you do have some self-love here. You delight in the time that you have on your own. And I feel like that is the time you take for yourself, and with your self-love. Can I get a few more cards, please? Trust. Okay, the situation calls for you to have faith. So I do feel like you may be spiritual, and in your past life, you were definitely pure and a leader, were that convent or church or something along. You're very religious. You may not have been spiritual in your past life, but I feel like you might be spiritual in this life. So let's look. You have faith. I feel like you are doing, oh wow, this could be the one. This new beginning. Reconciliation. Oh no. Sabotaging this new beginning to go back to somebody. Oh. But there's chemistry here between you and this new person. I don't feel this chemistry belongs to this reconciliation here. What's on the bottom of the deck? Free yourself. I can't make it up. I feel like this person that you may have separated may try to come back and try to reconcile with you. I feel like this might be a test for you. Whether you're going to go back to the past, if you've learned a lesson or not. And if you have learned the lesson, you're going to have such huge chemistry with this person that is the one, this new beginning. And I feel like if you fail this test and go back to the past, you're going to have to learn that lesson again, okay? So just keep in mind, whoever you've separated, there is a reason you separated from them. So be looking at what you truly want in life, and trust yourself that you're going to make the right decision. Um, I'm not telling you what you need to do, but I'm just saying that this may be a way that Spirit is testing you to see if you've learned some sort of lesson. So it'll be up to you whether you go back or go forward. You may have that free will to choose, right? We all have free will. So whatever you choose, you're going to learn something from it. And it is a life lesson. So if you can look at it as that, it might not hurt so much. I mean, sometimes things are just devastating. But that is a way of making sure that you're learning whatever you're supposed to be learning in that moment. Okay? So reconciliation is here. I feel like whatever you do here is going to be a lesson regardless. You're going to always learn lessons no matter who you're with. But if you just feel like you keep going around and around and around with the same person, they may not be your person. If you're not growing and things aren't evolving, there's a reason you separated, right? So, all right, let's see. I'm going to do these butterfly cards. They're always beautiful. So let's look at the separation here. Realization and epiphanies. Okay, so like I was saying, I can't make this stuff up, okay? There's no way I can. So there is something that needs to be realized here, okay, with this separation. And then we have take the next step now. So, and that next step might be to walk away for good. So you're going to know what to do, okay? And you're the only one that's going to know, okay? Even if your friends help you, I feel like it's got to be your choice. It can't be someone else's influence on you. It's got to come from your heart. What's the romantic feelings here? Sobriety. Okay, so you might have some beautiful feelings for this new beginning, and you may even be trying to clean up whatever you may be. It might be codependency, but whatever it is, you're trying to fix that right now, or you've already done the work for that. Let's get one more card for the romantic feelings and sobriety. I feel like you are definitely detoxing from something here. Whether you're realizing you had some type of codependency or drinking problem, or could be smoking cigarettes. It's body changes. Yeah, I feel like you're doing that self-love here. You're loving on yourself. This romantic feelings, I feel like this is your self-love. You're looking after your body. You're doing whatever you're doing to get out of whatever addiction or whatever type of sobriety you put yourself through. So, and only you know what that is, okay? So, I'm just reading the cards. So, let your friends help you. What is that, please? Decisions. Okay, so like I was just saying, it's not going to be up to them to make the decision. It's going to be your decision, and you're really going to have to go within to realize what it is you want. Don't let somebody talk you into, oh, I don't like this person, so don't go after them. It doesn't matter if that person likes them or not. It's whether you like them or not, okay? So sometimes friends are great that way, but yeah, see, spiritual growth. So this is going to kind of be a test of whether you're going to listen to other people or whether you're going to decide for yourself. Okay? I kind of feel like that might be part of your test here. And sometimes Spirit has a way of coming back around to see if you've learned it. Like, did you learn it? Did ya? What's the soulmate here? Soulmate, please. Okay, gracefully aging. So you may have known this person from youth. I could be talking to somebody that's a bit older who may not look their age at all. Soulmate. Self-care, that's because they're loving on themselves as well. So they may be very independent and have their own business or doing something on their own. They're doing their self-care, so they're doing the work. I feel like this other person, this soulmate, is right on your level. I don't feel like somebody's going to have to rise up to meet somebody. I feel like you're going to come together and it's going to be undeniable that there's chemistry and something there. Now, the test is going to be whether you're going to realize and have these epiphanies and take the next step and end it completely, or if you're going to keep this person in the back or in the closet kind of thing, where nobody, maybe you still mess around with this person. But this spiritual growth and the decisions you make is going to decide whether you go back to do that test again, or if you're going to learn that lesson. Now, your soulmate here is, I feel like, doing the work, and your whole message here on the bottom of the deck, your challenge is to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So I feel like this may have been somebody that was very domineering, maybe dominating, or kind of that energy of bossy. Let's see. Love yourself first. So that kind of tells me that maybe there was some type of codependency here where you couldn't be by yourself. Maybe you didn't like to be alone, or you had to have people around you all the time, and that has to do with not being able to be by yourself and go within. Could be shame, it could be a lot of different things. Maybe somebody else hurt you, as a child or later on in life. It doesn't matter, but whatever it was, not dealing with it isn't going to help you grow. So you're always going to stay at that level, and it's a lower level. So in order to ascend, essentially, you have to love yourself first and do the work. Go back and deal with all those things that happened in your past, so you're not dragging that baggage with you to the next relationship. What's your love yourself first? Memories. Okay. So you may have a lot of memories about this person that you separated from, and they may pull on your heartstrings that way. But the thing is here, the memories I'm feeling for some of you is the memories of those hurt times where you haven't dealt with it, that baggage, right? Needing to go back and deal with that with this love yourself first, right? In order to actually love yourself and be happy about who you are when you look in the mirror, and know that whatever you did or whatever someone else did is that you've healed this. It doesn't matter if they've it's about forgiveness for yourself, so you're able to move forward, right? So let's see, what's your love yourself first here? Keep the faith. Yeah, so absolutely. Keeping the faith, doing the work, and this is to get in line with spirit as well. This is that service I'm feeling. There might be something you're meant to be doing for spirit, or you might already be on that path. You might even be doing it. What's the trust in keeping the faith here? What's the trust in keeping the faith? Changing your mind. Okay, so changing your mind is allowed. I mean, you can rewrite your story several times when you manifest what you want in your life, and decide, okay, maybe I don't actually want that. This is kind of more what I'm looking at doing. This is more me. Like when you first write up your manifestations, you might say, I want to be a celebrity, but then the offset of that is maybe you don't get the privacy you once had. And if you like the private part of your life, maybe celebrity isn't so much maybe what you want to be. Okay, so there's always the pros and cons of everything, the good and the bad side of everything. So you may have changed your mind about something here. What's change your mind? What is that to do with? get some rest. Okay, so maybe you take some time off here. And hobbies, maybe there's some type of hobby you're looking at doing, and maybe this is something that's going to be where you meet this person. Maybe you go to the college and take a course in an art class or something along those lines that you like to do for hobbies. And you actually take the time, and this may be where you meet your new beginning here. For this could be the one. What is this, please? Can you give me some cards on this could be the one? Ooh. Leaving. Okay. So it's going to be a big thing that you have left this other person completely in the past in order to have something new come in. Okay, so this could be the one. So they're going to leave if you're still stuck on somebody else, or if you have somebody that you're in a relationship, maybe you get back with this person, you might end up leaving this person that could be the one, okay, to reconcile. Okay, so what's the leaving, and this could be the one? This might be a lesson here. Healthcare change and relationship dynamics. Oh man. So I feel like maybe you get sick or something. Maybe this other person gets sick. Relationship dynamic. This could be the one. Leaving. So I kind of feel like the one you're meant to be with here, there's a major, like, undeniable connection here. And you may have to leave this connection because of healthcare issues. And I feel like this healthcare issue may be this other person pulling on your heartstrings. I can't do this, I'm sick. But this is a plot to get you back to reconcile with you. So be careful of people playing you. What's this reconciliation here? Oh, went on the floor. So that's an important card. I'm going to pause. Okay, so the card that was on the floor is adult children. So there may be children involved about this reconciliation, okay? Now, your adult children may be being upset that you're not coming in to help with this healthcare issue, okay? Now that could be part of the reason you end up going back. Let's see, what's the reconciliation in adult children? Family changes. Yeah, I feel like people are going to be in your family dynamic here. It's going to make you feel guilty that you're walking away from somebody here. What's this chemistry here? What's the chemistry here? Oh, chemistry. So, possibly, okay. All right. So, dietary changes. So, this may be about your health or their health, this other person. There's going to have to be some diet changes. You're going to have some forgiveness towards, I feel like, your family, because they're going to be kind of pissed at you because maybe you're going to be true to yourself. And that's what it says here. Be true to you. Okay? So this is important, that you don't do things because other people are trying to influence you to change your mind, okay? Trust about this changing your mind, okay? Take the time, do some hobbies. That's how you're going to meet your person here. What's on the bottom of the deck? Grief work. Okay, so it might be because somebody, the healthcare change here could be something to do with somebody passing. And this might bring you back together with your family, your adult children, to reconcile about somebody passing, okay? And I feel like there's got to be some forgiveness here. Maybe you change your diet because of whatever happened to this person. It could be the leaving card here, and that could be why it changes things. You might end up being a widow, or I feel like, not that they're going to pass, it could be someone else in their family and they're having a hard time with the grief, okay? But grief work is here. I hope I'm not triggering anybody with this. So, and I'm not saying one way or another, you're going to know whether this is you or not, okay? And there may be other messages in here that you're meant to hear, even if it doesn't resonate completely with you. Okay, but those who it really resonates with, and this sounds just like you, there is some tests here, or whether you're going to see what you need to see in this other person, whether you're going to have the trust and the faith that everything's going to work out well with your spiritual growth, to be able to move and make your own decisions. I feel like this decision here, decisions on your friend group, is important. You may be making decisions based on certain friends that talk to you, and this may be a part of a test as well. Whether you're going to see what you need to see with the separation, whether you're going to make your own decisions or you're going to follow what other people are saying. I feel like you're going to have to keep the faith, and even though you have memories about this other person you're leaving behind, you need to do your self-love. You need to figure that out for yourself. Now, changing your mind is allowed. I mean, maybe you're changing your mind about your career. Maybe you're away way too much and want to take the time and get a hobby. Maybe you end up retiring, okay? But this could be the one, is this new beginning, okay? There's major relationship dynamic here. Somebody might be leaving due to healthcare changes, or has to, I feel like the relationship dynamic is off the wall. Like, it's such a huge connection here. And this leaving comes back to this other person, because if this person comes back into your life to try to reconcile and you decide to dump this other person, they may not come back to you. This could be the one. They might be leaving for good. And let you get on with it, that you weren't ready for a new relationship. So you really need to be true to you, and have forgiveness. Maybe there's some family change and adult children. Maybe they need to forgive you, or you need to forgive them. But there are little lessons here and there within this reading. So don't be hasty in your decision making. Don't base it on what other people are saying to do. And whatever it is you need to see about this person, maybe it's time to take more notice of what's going around you. So, and that might be where this realization and epiphany is. And then you're going to know what next step to take, okay? And you're going to have to be strong in how you change your life, because I feel like loving yourself is a huge part here as well. That self-care, that self-love, doing and purging all of the negativity that you have in your life. So, but this is what I have for the collective for Easter. This is so beautiful because this new beginning is coming in for you. And you're going to have to decide whether you're going to go back to the past, maybe do another karmic cycle, and that's kind of what I'm feeling, or whether you're going to love yourself first and choose you and what you want in your life, not what anybody else wants, and leaving certain relationships behind, okay? To be with this person has this huge magnetic attraction to you, or you have the same for them. And like I said, it's on the same level here. Nobody has to rise up to meet you. It's there. It's like off the charts. You're meant to be together, and I feel like that chemistry is huge. I don't feel like this is someone from your past. This is a new person coming in. So you're going to have to decide whether you want the new or the person from the past. So, well, good luck, whoever this is for, whoever this is resonating with, and I hope whatever has been said here helps somebody. All right, guys, take care. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up, and please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you all next time. Take care. Stay blessed. All right. Later.